You're probably just itching to know, huh? So who is it? Who is the biggest L-mans in Naruto? Is it Danzo? Is it Madara? Is it white or black Zesty? Nope. You see, in my humble opinion, it's actually the third Hokage, Sarutobi. This dude honestly is so fake, bro. So much L-mansery that can't be seen with the naked eye. But a true hating-ass nigga like myself can always spot something like this. Before we begin, quick disclaimer. I need to let it be known that all the hating done in this video is done by a certified and licensed professional, so please don't try niggas at home. What's good, y'all? It's the wonderful Dr. Dulio here. Now, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, this dude here, Sarutobi, has some untouchable status in the Naruto fandom for some reason. I don't see nearly enough hate on this man, considering a lot of the bad stuff that happens in the series can be traced directly back to him. He has his fingerprints over all the little bad things that happen in the series. But motherfuckers don't see this old ass Nick for what he truly is. People paint him out to be some sort of saint, and the god of shinobi. What has he even done to warrant a name like that? Any notable feats or accomplishments? Nigga, he does not deserve that name! He went 0-1 on screen. We've never even seen the man take a W. And no, the Orochimaru fight is not a win or a tie. If you die and all the other nigga loses is his arms, that's not a tie, you lost. Oh, you should have seen the other guy. Not to mention, Orochimaru gets his arms back easily. All he had to do was whip out some kinky ass mask he had sitting in a sex dungeon and he got his arms back good as new. This nigga Orochimaru was just so questionable. But I'll get to Orochimaru's shiesty ass later. You know the only reason Sarutobi ass is even Hokage in the first place is because the village was going through a severe talent drought? Konoha was literally moving like a poverty franchise. No one else in the village was comp. Let's take a look at the other candidates for Hokage that were available at the time. For starters, there's this musty ass X marks the spot chin ass nigga Danzo. This dude got a substantial criminal record with at least 18 felonies and he's wanted in 4 out of 5 ninja villages on multiple accounts of conspiracy and tax fraud. There's just no way he's being Hokage. Which means there's the Uchiha niggas. And you really think Tobirama is letting Uchiha become Hokage after him? Hell nah. Which means the only candidates left in this generation of shinobi are these two. Man, I hate these niggas so much. These old saggy 1 foot in the grave sack of shits that was talking to Jiraiya in that one episode, begging him to be Hokage. Like, come on! These niggas are some nobodies! These niggas are not nice. Look how Tsunade treats these lame ass niggas. Like, get the fuck off my screen before I really Trivia time. Does anyone know these motherfuckers' names? 3, 2, 1. What was that? Did I hear Homura Mitokado and Kohora Utatani? Fuck no, I didn't. Like, can Sarutobi really be praised as the best of his generation to be Hokage if everyone else in his generation stinks? It's like, if I'm the best basketball player in my gym class, but I've cut off everyone else's limbs. Is that really praiseworthy? See, what bothers me about Sarutobi isn't just that he's a fraud. Anyone can be a fraud. Sure, I'm a fraud myself. It's that everyone in the fandom has been brainwashed by all the Konoha propaganda into believing that he's actually a W-mans, when in reality, he's an L-mans. In my case, however, I'm completely immune to any type of propaganda and manipulation, because I'm actually a popular loner super sigma. You see, the thing is that it's everything to do with society and Now, if you're wondering why the video title says he's an L-mans, and you don't know what that means, then you either actually touch grass, or you're 65. It means someone who would do wrong by the people who trust them. And as Hokage, a lot of people trust you, huh? Who did he do wrong exactly? It's quite a long list. Most notably, Minato and Kushina. So basically, Minato and Kushina's bedroom life was getting a little vanilla, and they wanted to spice things up by adding a third partner. But what they didn't realize was this new guy was burning, and they both end up getting an STD from the unprotected penetration. And as him and his wife are dying of herpes symptoms, they entrust Sarutobi with their newborn son. Now, you'd think when someone entrusts you with a baby that you'd raise them, or at least give them to someone who could. Sarutobi said F that, so he abandons the baby to live in the projects of Detroit by himself. You don't think Minato would square up on Sarutobi if he found out his son grew up in a 25 square foot walk-in closet with no bathroom? Look at this right here. This nigga's whole crib is like 2 pixels on my screen. This just isn't right. And look how big the damn Hokage estate is. It's literally multiple buildings. You could have at least spotted him at guest bedroom in this big ass wedding cake you live in, you greedy f***. No. Sarutobi didn't raise the baby, and he didn't change the baby's diapers. And don't you dare say he did, because we would have seen him doing that shit in one of the filler arcs. But what do we see instead? A 4-year-old Naruto standing outside Ichiraku Ramen in the rain, begging for food. Naruto raised himself. He changed his own damn diapers. The kid had to grow up fast. Too fast. I'm knowing this nigga Naruto was stressed as hell as a little kid. He's in Konoha by his lonely with no job, struggling to make ends meet, and he gets hit with that eviction notice because he hasn't paid his rent in 3 months. Then, his 4-year-old ass takes a step outside and smokes a fucking Newport. And shit, I don't even blame him. It's stressful as hell being a 3-year-old adult. What else could explain how raspy this nigga voice is? My body's ready, Kakashi-sensei. I know for a fact you were ashing them squares, you nasty ass little boy. And all this because Sarutobi wanted to party instead of raising this little baby. But this really isn't a good look for Konoha as a whole. You're telling me no one saw a toddler in the grimy streets of Konoha smoking in Newport and called the police? The Uchiha Police Force Task Force for Abandoned Children? What, so there's no CPS in Konoha? Is this shit legal? You want to tell me it's because he's a Jinchuriki that everyone treats him like shit? But there's no way everyone knew he was a Jinchuriki and didn't know who his dad was. Look how much hate is in the eyes of everyone who looks at him like he's not some low-ass kid. And plus, motherfuckers act like it's impossible to live a good life as a Jinchuriki regardless. Like Killer Bee wasn't getting twerked on in the club every night. That nigga was big chillin'. So why then? Why was Naruto going through it all those years? The real reason for Naruto's suffering isn't because he was a Jinchuriki. See, that's what large corporate media wants us to think. At the heart of Naruto's suffering lies a grand conspiracy, and the real reason I call Sarutobi an L-Mans. Sarutobi was preying on Naruto's downfall from the jump by pushing an anti-Naruto agenda through all of the major news outlets. You think it's a coincidence that Naruto's quality of life dramatically improved after Sarutobi dies? Look how much all these sheeple love Naruto now that Sarutobi's out of the picture. He was making sure Naruto suffered, almost as if it was his life mission. But what if it was? I have gotten my hand on some unreleased CCTV footage of Sarutobi and Kushina talking at the scene of her death. Let's take a look.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest, twin. I spent my social security money at the club.
But how was I supposed to know this rabid dog would come through and just boom my shit? Nigga, my husband just died. Get to the point. Alright, let me borrow a little. Shut the fuck up, bitch ass nigga. Raise my damn son.
Hi, Onita.
You gonna let her talk to you like that, gang? What you mean, nigga? I'm being a real nigga. I'm holding it down for the set. Nah, she was talking to you a little bit crazy, I'm not gonna lie. If someone talked to me like that, I wouldn't get hold into raising their son, but that's just me though. Y'all right. I'm spending your college tuition on gas, little nigga. So as the resident old head in the village, it's important to think of Sarutobi's impact, especially since he dies pretty early on into the series. Did he make it so the next generation inherited the Will of Fire? Well, if you take a look at the next generation of Sarutobis, his son Asuma didn't inherit the Will of Fire. He inhaled it. Asuma is a fucking Nick fiend. The nigga is smoking a square every time we see him. But besides blowing cancer sticks, we don't really see him do much until he gets slimed by the weakest Akatsuki member. They really had that nigga do nothing the whole show, and then they killed him off so Shikamaru's war crime forbidden jutsu hairline ass and Choji's big fat ass could get some character development. The only time we seen this nigga Asuma being tough was a filler arc. It was with the nigga who had bootlegged some counterfeit Kurama chakra or some shit, which honestly sounds stupid because it is. Good thing it's filler and never happens in the actual canon. But after that happens, they send Asuma fodder ass to handle it, just to have him die the very next arc. Like Kishimoto was not serious about this nigga at all. But besides Asuma, the other Sarutobi would be this soy wojak Konohamaru, who was easily the biggest disappointment in the entire series. In Boruto, when I seen that this nigga was a Team 7 sensei, I was hyped, nigga. Just for him to be a punching bag every single arc. It took Boruto absolutely no time to become stronger than his sensei. That nigga Konohamaru don't even got a signature move or nothing. He just spams the same 1-2 Rasengan into I'm sleep combo. But to be honest, him being a shitter ain't even his fault. He got the L nigga gene. He inherited the L nigga gene from his family. That shit is hereditary. Of course he's gonna suck, nigga. The nigga from a bloodline of shitters is a shitter. Whoa, what a surprise. But when you talk about the third Hokage's legacy, you can't ignore the Sani, the war criminal, heroes of Konoha. Now those three are some W's, so I guess it balances out. I'm lying! His three legendary students consist of a violent sexual predator, a depressed gambling addict, and EDP 445. None of the Sani have impressive win-loss ratios at all. None of them are high elo smurfs. They're all hard-stuck sub 50% win rate, and the fact that they get their name as a legendary Sannin after taking an L should tell you all you need to know. Hanzo literally treated all three of them at the same time, and that's how they got their name. And that's because they inherited being an L from their master Sarutobi. The biggest lesson he taught them was how to lose and be a lame just like him. So not only is he an L to those who trust him, he's an L to those who look up to him too. When does it stop, huh? Sarutobi's reign as Hokage was very sussy. Two of the most marginalized and oppressed clans were damn near entirely wiped off the face of the earth with him as Hokage. How is Hiruzen even remotely considered a good Hokage when two genocides happened under his watch? The Uchihas and the Uzumakis got turned into protein powder. Not to mention, he had the two shiestiest niggas known to man running around wreaking havoc. Dozens of kids getting abducted in the village, and this nigga doesn't think, maybe it's this nigga or this nigga. Look how shady these niggas look, bro. If kids go missing in the village, the first niggas I'm bringing in for questioning are these two, bro. But nah, Sarutobi just wants to ignore that. Like, this nigga Orochimaru was literally committing war crime human experiments on random niggas from his own village. Then, Sarutobi catches him in the act, beats his ass, and stands there while Orochi Shiesty runs away. Like, are there no other options? You can't lock his ass up in ninja jail and give him life with no parole, or have someone else kill him? But nah, you want to just stand there while this 1930s German scientist runs away and do nothing. You dumb bitch. But Orochimaru was on smoke though. This nigga really is Shiesty, because he comes back to get it back in blood. And since this fight is the only thing Sarutobi has done in this entire series, let's break it down. Orochimaru, Sarutobi, one-on-one. Here we go. So before the start of the fight, let me give you guys a little bit of context. So this is the highest level of ninjutsu we have seen up to this point in Naruto. This is the first Kage level battle, and to start it off, this nigga gonna use ninja art roof tile jutsu. Like, nigga, you're not serious. That is the weakest shit I've ever seen. Did you imbue your chakra into the roofing, you old Home Depot bitch? And he really wasted his chakra giving the tile some extra spin for style points. Nobody gives a fuck about that weak ass move. And hold on, did this nigga just turn his tongue into a snake? Imagine Orochimaru your with his sentient tongue. His tongue has a deadly venom that turns you into literal shit. But if I go over this frame by frame, this will literally take forever. So let's skip a little bit. So fast forward a couple episodes, this slimy ass nigga Orochimaru physically rips the RIP out of Sarutobi's Twitter bio and brings them niggas back to life. Only now, Sarutobi's big bros are his ops, and they proceed to treat this nigga. He literally gets so scared, he shits all over the floor. In retaliation, Sarutobi hits them with another one of his potent attacks, his morning breath, which does all the damage of good Instagram lighting. He breathes a literal inferno and it's just a slight inconvenience. So when all hope is lost, what does Sarutobi do? He gets bailed out like LeBron in the 2013 finals by his summon Funky Kong. And the first thing this monkey wanna do when he gets summoned is bake this nigga Sarutobi for being lame as f. Look at this nigga's face, by the way, when he's getting baked. Like, your Pokemon is literally baking your shit. Tighten up, nigga. And Sarutobi wants to go full gamer RGB and start doing trick shots with his monkey stick. Side note, what is he gripping on when he's doing all these tricks with his monkey? Because we know the monkey can feel pain in that form, so can he feel pleasure too? Where would he ejaculate from? And speaking of ejaculation, look at these niggas here. Dick sucking Sarutobi so hard, he probably ejaculated his damn self. Oh my god, is this what Kage level combat looks like? These random niggas literally serve no purpose. Are they just here to be some narrators? Like, is there not an invasion in the village going on? If you can't help the Hokage because of the barrier, go make yourself useful somewhere else. Aren't you a Ambu, nigga? Aren't you an elite ninja? You want to sit here watching this shit like an ESPN broadcast. Nigga, you are not Shaq, Chuck, and Ernie, live from Atlanta, Georgia on NBA on TNT. Isn't Naruto fighting Gaara as we speak? Go jump that nigga or something. Move on somewhere. But let's skip to the end. So Sarutobi turns on wall hacks and clutches the 1v3 and then flames everyone in all chat. But you see, the aimbot came at a cost. He sacrificed his soul to Satan and he will burn in hell for all eternity. Cheaters get permabanned from living. Using a pentagram and with the help of Ichigo Kurosaki, the Reaper Death Seal is complete. So he kills himself, but in the process, seals away Orochimaru's arms. This Reaper Death Seal, by the way, totally can't be broken, and Orochimaru never gets his arms back ever. See, at first, I thought Sarutobi lost this fight, but after revisiting it, he definitely did, my nigga. But Orochimaru did not win. That nigga lost too. How two niggas fight and both of them lose? It's almost like Sarutobi taught this nigga Orochimaru how to lose. But Sarutobi did do one other thing during his reign as Hokage, and that's when he put the hoe in Hokage and became Danzo's bitch. This soy boy Hiruzen was getting pissed on by Danzo from the jump. Danzo was behind the scenes operating his own little Illuminati, and then he ordered a hit on the Hokage while he was Hokage. This nigga put up bread on the Hokage like he's Drake. You think any of the other Hokages are going for this nonsense? He would literally get treated by anyone else. Slime this nigga! Look how evil he looks. And that's why I say Sarutobi is the worst Hokage. Danzo is not getting touched when all Hiruzen has to do is say the word and he's knocked off. This don't happen to no one else. He's literally sweet as Welcome to the Dr. Dulio fit inspection, where, as the name implies, I inspect this nigga's fit. So if you take a look at Sarutobi's fit, I mean, there isn't too much that I can hate on here. Like, he's just wearing all black. What is disappointing is that he's not wearing Rick Owens, and he doesn't have a BB belt. I don't understand why Naruto characters are so obsessed with fishnets. Is that like a shin guard sleeve that he put his fucking pants into? Regardless, there's no reason that he should have his toes out during combat. And what's up with his hat? Did he put a do-rag over an armored hat for extra style points? Because we all know it has no functional purpose. Because why are you wearing a do-rag if you're bald? And why are the strings in the back so damn long. You're supposed to wrap it around your head. You know that, right? Nigga, even if he wrapped it around his head 3 times, this long ass string, where did you get that custom made 30-foot do-rag? But I mean, there's not too much to hate here. His fit is pretty minimal, going for that minimalist look, since he had minimal impact in the show. But yeah, I mean, overall, I give this fit a solid 4 sacrificial lambs for a satanic ritual out of 666. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of it, but you can't hate on it too much. Pretty damn standard.